How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of hazy game from somebody you don't expect a haze game from in the form of Bell's Official. This is their Hazy India Pale Ale. Listen, baseball season is full swing. This reminds me of baseball, the way the lettering goes off. So I'm going to chug it. That's how we do. Official Hazy India Pale Ale. It is a, pungent American hops combined with wheat and Pilsen malt to result in a smooth, aromatic, juicy IPA. We have an ABV, I think it's 6-ish. I do not know, 6.4%, and that'd be that. Yeah, I mean, you have this nice kind of filigree background with this kind of like OG style kind of baseball kind of jersey kind of official lettering going on. I can get down with it. So we're talking about a hazy IPA from Bell's. That's something I typically expect, but, you know, these guys know how to make beer, so we'll see what's what. Do we get a date on this can? We do get a date on this can, and this was packaged, just under 2 months ago. Hey, that's how you do when you're Bell's. So we're going to judge it in what we have, and what we have is a 2-month-old beer in front of us. I mean, she looks all the parts of the haze game. Piggy finger, white head, tight compact bubbles, creaminess, a little bit of rockiness, and yeah, look at that. I mean, looks like haze game to me. Let's get a nose. Orange vibes, orange melon vibes. A bit muted, a little bit rich, a little bit of sweetness in there, kind of marrying that kind of almost like a melon juice kind of thing going on. So you get the sweetness, but it's definitely trumped by this kind of fruity, subtle hot bitterness. That's that hot portion show is bigger than your base sweetness, even though that sweetness kind of leads you to believe the lies. Because it's all lies, really, because it's hops make you think of fruits. The only way you get that is from the malt sweetness or the residual sweetness. So you get that. It comes off a little bit kind of rindy, but nothing too crazy. She smells nice. She doesn't smell overly bittering, but she doesn't smell not bittering. She doesn't smell overly sweet, but she doesn't smell not sweet. Very toning the road here. Nothing negative to be found so far. Let's dive in. Cheers. That mouthfeel's fantastic. It just leaves you wanting in a taste. And there is a really good IPA in here. There's a really good IPA to be had in here. It's just, it's missing. It's watered down. It's, you have it. You can taste it in there, and that's the worst part about it. First thing that gets to me is that mouthfeel. Fantastic. Soft, creamy. You're like, okay, this is where the big guy said as far as mouthfeel goes. Then you actually swallow the beer, and you get a soft green bittering. You do get this rich cantaloupe, melon, delicious orange vibe, but it's so faint. It's like a picture, memory that you know it's there. You can kind of remember it, but you can't really remember it. So it's like that memory that's kind of subtly faded into the past. Man. It's so close. It's so close. And it's, it's 6 and change, 6.4%. So you should be able to get those flavors out of there without just sacrificing all that much. But it's just so far. It's so close yet so far. So you get an infinitely fantastic soft mouthfeel. There's a nice bittering pop to it, while at the same time you have soft green bittering. So you get a little bit of those dank vibes. That melon, that cantaloupe melon on top of that kind of sweet citrus component is like, you can taste how awesome it is, but it's just so watered down and so faint. It's that faint memory I was talking about, that it gets you excited enough to think about the thing that you want without it actually being there, if that makes any sense. And that's pretty much it. Nothing negative. Finishes a bit dry. I can get down with that. Makes you want to drink more beer. What's wrong with that? It's just, man, I hate this beer. Not because it's bad, but because of what it fucking could be. Oh. Yeah, not a bad beer. Not a negative beer. Just a big letdown. A bit of a tease, if you will. Because it has all the components. It understands what it should be, but it just doesn't get there. So let's talk about it. Value and availability, or Is it one of the better IPAs? Yeah, it's just a hazy. One of the better hazy IPAs I've had as of late. No. And I say that emphatically because it can be, and I just want you to try harder. I just want you to try harder, Bells, because you're so close, and you know you can do better. Value and availability, $10 for a 4-pack. That's Bell's pricing, so that doesn't suck. It tastes like $10 a 4-pack. It tastes like it was skimmed on edges, and that's why the impact isn't there. It's kind of like the Samuel Adams version, their hazy IPA. It had all the components, just, you know, it's instead of a $16 4-pack, it was a $10 4-pack, and that $6 makes all the difference, apparently, in materials. And not brewery only, obviously. You pick it up pretty much anywhere. I would assume Bell's products can be had, and leave you with, if you like what you like this beer. If you just want to, this is like, and I say this not as being a douchebag. This is like the perfect beer if you're at the end of a bottle share, or you're probably a little bit too tipsy and you want to keep chugging beers, because it's going to give you enough to where you're like, okay, I'm drinking beer. This is impactful enough for me, and you're not wasting the good stuff. I know that sounds super fucking douchey, but it's kind of just immediately where my mind went, so take that for what it's worth. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little official right now. And burps. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.